Hey, good morning. Sean here. It's a brisk Florida morning. This morning we're gonna hike in and make some breakfast by the river. Let's get it. Such a beautiful, peaceful hike this morning. The squirrels are out. Saw a bunny rabbit on the trail back there. Nice and brisk this morning. Feels good. Can't beat hiking like this. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Don't let yourself or anybody else tell you that you can't get out and do this kind of stuff. I know people have, physical limits that they can do. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm about 3 bills. I'm almost 300 pounds. I'm not in peak physical condition, obviously. But you know what? I want to do it, and I get out and do it, and you can too. So don't tell yourself you can't just because you've got a disability or you're overweight or what have you. You can do it. You should do it. Push yourself and get out and have some fun, man. Like these kids say now, YOLO. You only live once, right? Can't believe I just said that. So you guys know that I love some budget gear. I like a good deal, and so I found something yesterday at the CVS that I thought was a pretty awesome deal that might make a good cook kit, but we got to go test it out. So we're going to go test that out today, and as you've seen, I'm rocking my little Venture Pals ultralight day pack. Now, Sarah and I got these packs a little while ago, and I made like an initial video on them, and I'll link it up in the card up there if you want to watch it. But I've been using the heck out of this pack for the past year, and for just a little day pack, this thing's awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've carried some weight in it. It's comfortable. It doesn't weigh anything. It's held up good. So when we get over to find us a spot by the river here, I'll kind of show you a little more about that and a little more about that cook kit. But we got to get to the river. Do you see what I see? That's some good looking firewood. Actually, there's a lot of it laying around. Okay, so this is something you want to look out for when you're out here going camping or hiking camp, or just looking for, you know, kindling and tinder and stuff to build a fire. That is a whole piece of fat lighter right there. This whole trunk is the core of a pine tree, and that whole thing is fat lighter right there. So very simple. If you look around the base of it, you'll see that there's all the old pine bark around the base of it, and you'll see the way the softwood has rotted away and just the hardwood is left behind. Now if you scrape this with your knife, you'll quickly see that it's just solid fat wood in the core there. So this core and that stump right there is good fat wood. So just something to look out for when you're on your hikes. I couldn't resist cutting just a small handful of slivers to help us get our fire started. Let's get on down by the river. So a few weeks ago, I hiked in here on a lunch break, and made a little TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, go check it out. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit different than here. I have some fun, and I also do like knot tying and a few other little skills, but it's kind of fun. But anyway, I hiked in here, and right across the river, right over here, there's about an 8-foot alligator laying up on the bank, and he was just chilling. It was pretty cool. I don't know if I can or not, but I'll try to throw a little clip from that TikTok in here. I don't know if it'll work or not. If not, I'll leave a link to it in the description. So I was taking a little break and hiked in to look at a place that might work out as a campsite, and I hiked up on this guy right here. Check out this guy across the river from me. That's at least a 8-footer. Pretty cool. He's a good size one. But yeah, go follow me on TikTok, Rewild Outdoors. Pretty simple, across the board. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, what have you. All the things. That looks like a pretty nice spot right here to cook some breakfast. Nice view. Let's do it. Okay, so first things first, we need some firewood. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not that brisk anymore. I think it's time to get rid of this hoodie. Okay, so I know I harp on not picking up wood off the ground, but as you saw back there, that wood was kind of suspended over the ground, and you can tell it's just super dry. It gives you a lot of crack when you break it. So that's fine. It's just something you got to get used to paying attention to, because most of the time if it's on the ground, it's damp. But if it gets a good crack like that, it's pretty dry. Some of this stuff is kind of pithy and rotted a little bit, but it's not a big deal for what we're going to do today. It's not a huge deal. So I want to go ahead and get this fire started and get us some breakfast going. So yep, pretty easy. Okay, so today's breakfast is pretty simple. We're going to try to do some cinnamon rolls over the fire. I've never done it before, no idea if it'll work. Also, we're going to try something new. I found this little cook kit at CVS yesterday. I think we paid around $5 or $6 for it. It's super simple, lightweight. It's actually a flan pan. So it's actually a flan mold. So you use it to make flan, obviously. But it's pretty cool, I thought. It's got a locking lid. And if you needed to, you could actually lock this lid down. And hang it by the top. So we're going to see if we can actually use this similar to a Dutch oven and see if we can cook some cinnamon rolls in it this morning. I think it'll be pretty cool. So I just brought a little thing of the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Pretty cool. I found it in this little small thing, so that worked out perfect. I've got just a little bandana here. I also brought me some Cafe Bustelo coffee to make. I got get your mind out of the gutter. It's creamer for the coffee. And then just some lard to grease the pan with. So that should work pretty good. We're going to let this fire cook down a little bit and get some good coals going. And we should be good to go here in just a second. So it just dawned on me that I forgot to bring a spoon for my coffee. So I think we're gonna make one real quick. That might be a little soft, but we'll see. Doesn't have to be fancy. Well, it ain't no masterpiece, but that'll work okay for a coffee spoon, I think. Got us some Cafe Bustelo smoke. I think our water's good and hot now. Whew. Yep, it's hot. Our coffee in there. Use our little stirring spoon. That worked pretty good. Alright, let's get some little bit of creamer. See, that works all right. Yeah. Worked pretty dang good, honestly. Coffee. It's hard to beat coffee, like especially like in a camp situation or a day camp like this. Sitting right down here by the river, got a little fire going, drink some coffee. That's pretty good time. Okay, so I think we need to go ahead and get our cinnamon rolls going. That's good. And I can put my lid on here, keep stuff from falling in my drink. I can set it over here by the fire, keep it warm. Yeah, pretty good. Should have left my lid on my pan while I was doing all that sawing and wood carving. Oh well. We're nice and clean now. So this thing, like I said, is pretty cool. It's just a little flan mold, but it's got the top on it, and the top locks down, so that's pretty cool. So I thought it might be worth a shot. You know, it is thin stainless steel, so I'm sure, you know, we're gonna have to be real careful with our heating process and all that stuff. This will probably just have to burn off the side of it. But we're gonna have to be real careful, making sure we don't get too much heat on the bottom and stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and grease that pan to make sure we don't stick all to it. So that doesn't look too good, but that's okay. For $5, $6, if this thing works, it'll be a great little cheap piece of kit. So first thing I'm gonna do is take my lard and really just wipe this thing down real good. I don't want to be deep frying these things, but I definitely want a good coating of the lard on the inside of it. I think I'll just kind of pull it out, hold it like that, smear some in here. Like that. And I think just in case, I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit on the top. Wipe this thing down. So we'll wipe just a little bit of lard on the lid just in case. Alright, we'll do that. And then we don't have to get that junk all over our hands. I'm going to just take this rag and just kind of coat it, just kind of thinly coat it. Now you got to remember, we're cooking on a campfire in a little day camp, so we'll be as clean as we can, but it ain't going to be perfect. Alright, pretty happy with that. Now we'll kind of try to fold this thing up where we don't get everything stuck to it. Alright. Now we need to get these things out. My hands are fairly clean and nobody's going to be eating these but me anyway, so. Got it. All right. Put these in the pan. Perfect. Perfect. Now, we just put the lid on it. Lock that bad boy down. Now this works. We have a tiny little inexpensive Dutch oven from CVS of all places. How about that? Let's see if it works. That turned out pretty cool. I can put my little coffee spoon right through the lid, right through the lid holder. Pretty awesome. Ooh, wrong way. Ooh, that's hot. What do you guys think the chances are of me being able to do this without burning these things up completely? Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I got no idea how long these things should stay in there, so I just took the coals off the top of it, turned it a little bit, and then put new coals back on top of it. So I'm gonna just let it go for just a little while, and then I'll take it back out of there and check it and see what it looks like. If it looks like it's burning, then I'll let it cool for a few minutes and maybe try it again. Or if it looks like it's not done yet, put it back on there. Not in a big hurry today, so we can just kind of let this thing go as slow as it has to. And who knows, man, maybe we'll end up with some good cinnamon rolls right here by the river. Okay, so I think I want to pull these things, or pull the lid off of this thing real quick and see how it's going. Now, I think I'm gonna use my gloves and see if that'll work without burning my hands all up. Well, they're getting a little dark, looks like. I think they're done. Alright, so look at this. A couple of them got burned on the bottom. That's not a big deal though. The tops aren't too bad, so I can kind of just eat around the bottom of them. But, you know, a couple of them turned out awesome. For my first time cooking with that thing, and it being such a thin little stainless steel pan, I think that turned out pretty awesome. So I'm gonna get some icing on these things and enjoy my breakfast. See if we can't. Oh, spoon. Haha. Give a little icing on these bad boys with our little coffee spoon. Now that is a good looking breakfast. Alright guys, let's give this bad boy a try. Oh yeah, it's done in the middle. Perfect, man. Oh yeah. I always get stuff all in my beard. That is good, man. Right here over the fire. In a $5 little flan pan that I use like a Dutch oven. That's awesome. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, you know, I like to do a lot of stuff, you know, budget minded. Just like that flan pan that I used for a Dutch oven. $5, $6, something like that. This Venture Pals Day Pack. So this is a Venture Pals Ultralight Day Pack. But this thing, I think it cost around 15, 16 bucks. This thing has done great for me for about the past year, for using it for day trips and all kind of stuff. And in here I've got a poncho, a first aid kit, and also some cordage and my keys. I brought in 2 water bottles, my coffee cup. I brought the little cook kit and all that stuff that I brought. I had my gloves attached to the outside of it, my silky saw, my grill grate and cutting board, and that works great to slide right along this back pocket of it there, and it kind of makes a sort of a mock frame for the back of the pack. And then I also had all of my camera batteries and stuff in here, plus my Hidden Woodsman little chair that I use on the ground. So this thing really works great for a little day pack. For 15, 16 bucks, something like that, you can't hardly beat this thing. You can throw it anywhere. It doesn't, you know, take up any room, and it's packable, so it'll pack down real small when you don't have anything in it. This is a prime example that you don't have to have all that super expensive gear to just be able to come out for a little day trip and enjoy yourself by the river here. You know, yeah, it's nice to have those really expensive packs and all that expensive gear, but you don't have to have it. Don't let that hold you back. You can buy a little $15 pack, or go to the, you know, simple as, you know, go to Goodwill or something and buy a little couple dollar backpack or something like that. Throw some gear in it and take off, man. Take off and go to the river. Take off and go on a hike. You definitely want to make sure it's comfortable, but if it's not, you're not out that much. You know what I mean? So anyway, just, you know, I like to do things budget minded for just the average person that can, you know, maybe can't afford to go buy a Hidden Woodsman pack, or, you know, something like that. And I just want to show you and inspire you to, you know, that you can go out and do this stuff, and it's not going to cost you a fortune. You don't have to spend a fortune on it. All right, guys, so I'm pretty much packed up. I've got to get the fire put out. I'm gonna sit here and finish drinking my cup of coffee, and just sit here and enjoy myself by the river for a little while. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up for me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me, and make sure you share these videos with your friends, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. I just met a young man named Ryan who was slaying the catfish down here. Makes me want to come down here and do a overnight catch and cook. That might be in the works.